You know, the allure that is Darlington Speedway has always attracted my attention. I've driven past the Darlington Speedway a few times in my life, and I can always tell you that it always emanates something unique, something amazing, something that just makes you want to just stop, get out your car, and stand there at Darlington. But unfortunately, we're only going to do that in the virtual world today. It's good to see you guys. We're playing NASCAR Thunder 2004. It's our career mode. We've still got 11 races left to go in our rookie campaign, and we're still looking like we're trending upwards, at least for now. Darlington could always change that. However, let's go ahead and take a look at what's coming up for us. So, moving further down the line, Darlington, then we go to Richmond, then we go back to New Hampshire. You guys know what happened the last time we were at New Hampshire. Then we go to Dover, and then it's right back to Talladega Speedway. We've got a lot of good races coming up. We've also got a very close points lead at the top, in the top 5. Honestly, this could still go either way, and anybody could still win this title. It's not even decided yet, and that's crazy to think about, because considering in real life, 2003, guess who ran away with the points lead? You guys guessed it, Matt Kenseth. So this could go either way right now. All right, so we've got some things to take a look at in the team management screen. First and foremost, we didn't do any work on the stuff last time, so I wanted to save it for this video. Let's go ahead and get to work. I am planning on just repairing. I can only repair the chassis. We are at the max for what the chassis is actually capable of. So we're gonna repair the chassis. In terms of engines, I'm gonna go ahead and bite the bullet. We're gonna go ahead and overhaul in the engine that we just used, because it was at 92 overall anyway. And in 2 races time, our new engine will be done. So we'll have a brand new engine and the newly overhauled engine in our shop. As far as the body stuff goes, we're gonna actually run with body number 2 for the next race, but we're going to go ahead and repair, because we can't even overhaul this one because this one's already at its max. For now, we're just gonna go ahead and repair body number 4. So we're gonna run body number 2 for another 2 more races. We're gonna try to use the same equipment for the next 2 races in a row. Hopefully that will get us back on track with the cars that we have, so that we can stop being a little bit mismatched. I don't like running different matched cars right now. And that's just something that I've always had an issue with. I guess you could say it's a little bit of like OCD on my part. But anyways, in 2 races time, all that stuff will be repaired and or overhauled, as well as in 3 races, we'll be able to work within our templates and start building body specific or track specific bodies. But this also leaves me in a situation where I have to tell you guys that we are done upgrading the car by overhauls for the rest of the season. So the next 11 races, we're not going to overhaul the car at all. What you see is what you get, and we're going to have to just kind of live with it, because I got to save as much money as possible going into the 2024 season, because the upcoming rules are about to change for our series, and I can't wait to see how that's going to, look. But in the meantime, I need to stockpile as much money as possible, because when 2024 rolls around, things could be a little bit different. But a little bit more on that little update for season 2 in the future. We've still got 11 races left in 2003, and we got plenty of time for NASCAR to make their decision on what the rules package will be for the 2024 season. Well, I've done all the fun stuff at the very beginning, and you guys already know I'm currently in 16th in the standings, chasing 15th, which is Matt Kenseth, and Darlington is next. So you already know what we got to do. We got to head to South Carolina. So opening up the race weekend screen, we're going to take a look at our chassis. That track is a track that is slippery if you got the wrong car set up in your disposal. Due to what we have coming up next after Darlington, which is Richmond, and then from Richmond we have to go back to New Hampshire, I'm erring on the side of caution. I don't want to use our best chassis at our disposal right now, which is a 62 tire grip, 57 tire wear. I'm okay with chassis number 2 kind of being that chassis. We're coming to some really tough tracks. Darlington is tough and very hard on equipment if you mess up. So is Richmond. I might as well use the stuff that is not in the 60s yet That way we can still build up towards the best of what our car can do near the end of the season. Again, we're done doing overhauls for the rest of this season. And if I make a mistake and overhaul a part, I can't use that part for the rest of the year. So I'm gonna leave it up to you, Comments, to remind me not to overhaul any parts and pieces on the car week in and week out until the end of season 1. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and go with chassis number 2 because it's our lowest rated chassis right now. We're gonna go with engine number 1 because it has the same amount of power and efficiency, and I think that will actually come in handy around Darlington. And then of course, when Richmond hits, we'll have that too. As far as car body goes, I already told you guys, we're gonna go ahead and reuse car body number 2. It's already been used in the shop. It's been just kind of sitting there, and that leaves us with a 60 overall rated car. So we've got our work cut out for us. We're going to Darlington. The Lady in Black is always a tough track to be at. If you guys remember correctly, we raced there in the past and we didn't do so hot in our first, trip. We actually DNF'd technically. Let's hopefully not DNF again this time. Darlington, we're back. I did a few more practice laps with the car. The car feels just like it did when we ran here the first time. Pretty bad. All right, so turn 1 and 2 wasn't that bad. I did have to get out the accelerator a little bit, and we ran a little bit higher than I wanted to. And if you guys remember, turns 3 and 4 are different. The track is built like an egg shape because they had to build around that pond that guy didn't want disrupted. So you already know 3 and 4 are narrower than 1 and 2. Our first lap wasn't the greatest. I had a downshift in order to get through the corner.
We'll be faster on race day, don't worry.
11th place is not a bad spot, but we've got to work on the car a bit more before we go to the race. Good lap, but the car needs work, especially when the leaders are running 27.7s. Let's get to work on the car. See you guys at the track.
MRN is here at the Great Southern Tradition, the annual Southern 500 here at the Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina. Well, I've heard it all week, the track too tough to tame. What's that all about, Barney?
Well, this is an egg-shaped track with different links and different bankings in the east and west turns. That makes it very tough for the drivers. But the question is, why is it egg-shaped? Well, when it was built, the landowner decided he didn't want his minnow farm disturbed, so they simply pinched in the corners of what is now turns 3 and 4 to give it the distinctive egg shape that it's now famous for.
Jimmy Johnson, who's currently in the top 10 in points, will try to reach that next step, the top 5.
You know, all these guys are very happy with their top 10 season so far. Hopefully they can mount a charge that will pick them up some more points on the leaders.
The 53 car has had a couple of incidents on the track with Ward Burton.
If they don't want this...
Oh my God, talk about something other than my rivals. He's not even a real full rival. A -40 is not a full rival. Like, what the heck?
Ken Schrader won.
Oh my God, these guys are annoying.
1985.
You know, it seems like Schrader's been competing in Winston Cup for so long that it's hard to believe he was ever a rookie. He's a class act, and it shows on the racetrack and in the garage area.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Sorry, Kenny Wallace. Didn't mean to get into you. So I went in and worked on the suspension a bit. The suspension was just too tight for my liking. Even once I took some wedge out, you know, you never want to go beyond like half a round down on wedge, in my opinion, because then you're working with just a super loose car. So I did a little bit of suspension work underneath the front end and softened the front springs a bit more to give us a little bit better turn. Now, will that be a negative effect on us? I'm not sure. But right now, we qualified 10th. We're running in, or qualified 11th and running 10th. So we're looking solid right now. How will that kind of, you know, pan out? Good question, but it is Darlington, and the goal is to just keep it out the wall.
Take care of the car as best you can, buddy.
You're dropping back. What's wrong? Okay, we're clear.
I got into the wall
29.
2 separate occasions.
Well, that was kind of
Middle of the corner and exit of the corner.
3.5 seconds behind the leader. Save your tires.
Well, so much for keeping it out the wall. Pancaked it. Pancaked it bad, too. The crazy part is you can see the tire mark where I was definitely turning and the car just did not turn.
Good lap. Keep hitting those marks.
Arlo. Clear on both sides.
So we finally caught back up to Johnny Benson. Looks like we're going to try to make a move here in 3 and 4. He's not going to let us do it. I see Kevin Harvick is ahead. He did get around me after we got into the wall. I do owe Harvick myself a personal bump because he bumped me at Bristol, and I'm tired of being kind of, you know, pushed around as a rookie.
It's right behind you.
And then I also see Tony Stewart's here too, so things are beginning to heat up here in the mid-pack.
Your right front's wearing down. Keep an eye on it. Take care of that car.
Let's get Johnny Benson out of our way.
Clear all around. 2888.
That's it. That's the speed we're looking for.
All right, another good clean corner. Tony Stewart's behind. I'm concerned about letting him by due to the fact that if I let Stewart by, he could drive away like that.
Okay, we lost a spot.
Man's just drove underneath me and just pulled it. So we got to figure out what's going on with the car.
2887.
I'm slowing down to almost like 120 miles an hour in a corner where we really shouldn't be going that slow, according to the AI cars.
Easy, buddy. That left front.
And we're still not able to like make the corner in 3 and 4, so we've got to figure something out. So we have a better turn 1 and 2. That's the thing I've noticed. We're great in 1 and 2. It's 3 and 4 that we're not doing so hot in. Like, I'm gaining on the guys in front of me because our tires are all pretty much becoming even and equalizing. But it's like, as soon as I get in at 3 and 4, I don't have a car to drive anymore. It just wants to go to the wall. See, like a really perfect 3, like 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, I'm braking, I'm bringing it down, I'm bringing it down, I'm bringing it down. And this one is a little bit better, but it's not like a consistent better, you know? It feels like there's something left on the table each time we go through 3 and 4.
Back on it. We're losing time.
I think this time we're gonna lower the air pressure a bit because I think we're at 27 psi. We might drop it down to 25 psi and see if that gives us a little bit more grip. I do know the chassis itself wasn't rated well for grip, and that could probably be part of the issue that we're seeing.
Let's get to work now.
But it's annoying that
6 seconds separates you and the leader.
the car changes its style so much. Robbie Gordon is blown up, by the way.
Car pops. Don't be surprised if he pays you back for that.
What just happened?
Now the field will race back to the start-finish line, battling for position. But we are under caution. Yellow is out.
What an exciting finish.
You know, you've seen a great race when it gets to the last lap and you still have no idea who's going to win.
The 53 car finished towards the back of the field in this one.
He stayed in the fight all race long. Things just never quite went his way.
From all of us here at EA Sports and MRN, thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.
No matter how I look at it, I think we just got screwed by the game, guys. I was coming down pit road. I was down low. Rusty Wallace turned legitimately left into my rear quarter panel, which blew my fuel cell. I know we touched the wall quite a few times in the race, but the rear of my car wasn't anywhere near like red or like anything. It wasn't even black, which shows that it's like probably completely broken. It was just red, or it was just yellow. So to be taken out essentially immediately by Rusty Wallace has effectively put a damper on our tail end of the season here. Just look at it. Here, it's in slow motion. He turns, and then boom, it's dead. It's blown. Like our fuel cell is gone. It's left the building. It no longer exists. The fuel cell has said, "Hasta la vista, baby. I am done racing today." And that's it for us at Darlington. Okay, this is great. I'm enjoying this so much, so very much. The crazy part is that in all of that, Rusty Wallace is not my rival, according to the game. I don't know about y'all, but Rusty Wallace is now officially my personal rival. So, we're going to beat Rusty Wallace. Because that man just ruined our car, ruined our race, and we got to go to Richmond with the same equipment. Calm down, Neko. No big deal. All right. So first and foremost, we're gonna take a small hit in the checkbook. We didn't win our associate sponsor because our associate was finish ahead of Joe Nemechek. We didn't finish ahead of Joe Nemechek, so we didn't get our full expectation bonus for that. No big deal. Things like this happen. It's just unexpected when it does. All right. So let's figure out who won the race, because as you guys noticed, I don't even know who won. So the winner of today's race at Darlington was Dale Jarrett, beating Kurt Busch, Bobby Labonte, Mark Martin, Michael Waltrip, Ricky Rudd, Ward Burton, Tony Stewart, Johnny Benson, and Jeff Burton. That's your top 10. Have you guys noticed something? I didn't say Jeff Gordon. I didn't even see the 29 car. As a matter of fact, there were 15 total lead changes by the end of the race. Okay. Terry Labonte finished 11th. Dale Jr. finished 12th. Kenny Wallace 13th. Jamie McMurray finished 14th, which means that man made a ton of points up on us. And he even led a lap today. That is frustrating. So he's made up a ton of points on us. Steve Park finished 15th. Where is Kevin Harvick and Jeff Gordon and everybody else? All right, Harvick, 32nd. Uh-oh. Jeff Gordon, 33rd. Oh man. Rusty Wallace back here in 34th. After he wrecked me, keep in mind, we were running 7th and he was running 8th because we hadn't pitted yet. So he wound up finishing 34th after all that. You did all that to me just to kind of screw me over. Jimmy Johnson finished back in 31st after leading the most laps. I mean, I feel bad for everybody that was involved in this, because Robbie Gordon, who blew his motor, was coming down pit road at the time that we wrecked, finished the race 1 lap down in 40 seconds. We got screwed. We were supposed to be 42nd. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have been 42nd, but Robbie Gordon's motor was blowing. That man was coming down pit road, and you guys know what happens whenever they're poofing out that smoke from behind. That means that their race is effectively over. They repaired his engine in 1 lap. we got screwed. We effectively got screwed. Wow. Wow. Okay, we made it back to Georgia. We made it back to our race shop. Holy crap, this is throwing a complete spanner in the works. All right, so Mark Martin is now the new points leader by 7 points over Kevin Harvick. Tony Stewart is 44 points back. Ricky Rudd is 166 back in fourth, with Jeff Gordon falling to fifth in the standings. Dale Jarrett is now within a race and some change of being a points leader in sixth, and Rusty Wallace is now permanently going to be the guy who I may just make my fullest target, essentially, for the next 10 races. I am disappointed because we were 16th in the standings, and now we're 17th behind Ward Burton and in danger of losing that spot to Michael Waltrip. I don't know if that was a Ford thing where, you know, Rusty wanted to try to save Matt Kenseth because they're friends. I personally don't know what they were trying to do with that. But Rusty Wallace effectively screwed us for the next race. Our chassis down to the 92, engine's down to 92, and the body of the car that was completely destroyed by the fire is down to 89. And we got to take that with us to Richmond for the next race of the series. And we've still got 10 races to go. I might just wreck Rusty Wallace at Richmond. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new here. Leave a comment if you want me to wreck Rusty. Actually, don't even worry about leaving a comment. I will be wrecking Rusty. This is far from over. See you guys next time. Be easy, everybody.